So I just need to quickly preface this video and say that I was in an accident with the RV while the Jeep was in tow. I'm okay, everyone's okay, and I'll get into some detail about the accident later, but I just wanted to quickly document the process of taking off the base plate from the Jeep as it was severely damaged, and it was rather difficult to get the bolts off until I remembered that you can heat red Loctite to get it off. And I figured that would help, but I didn't think it was going to be as effective as it was. I was really shocked with that. So I created this little video just to show not only the condition of the base plate from the accident, but the process that I used to get the bolts off. Thanks for watching. All right, so I'm taking the damaged Blue Ox base plate off my Wrangler. You can see the two primary areas of failure. One, here, obviously, and the second was here, which it's a little warm, connected to that part. You can see this is pretty bent up, and this part connected to the frame here. So I'm going to show you the other side. I have not taken it off yet. I'll tell you what I'm doing here to get this off, because it's not easy. So I have, there's 3 bolts holding this in, and there's really no way to get a wrench in or anything like that to provide torque against the nuts on the other sides of these bolts. Even worse, I have red Loctite on these, and I'd read about using heat to get these off. I tried without. I didn't have an appropriate torch to get these particularly hot. I spent quite some time yesterday trying to get these off and was not successful. So I just got one of those simple little torch attachments for a little propane canister, and because there are holes, it is possible. This puts out a pretty good flame. I'll attempt to show that, but you can get this in here. I have to keep these holes on this side of the plate, or it'll run out of oxygen and the flame goes out. But I can use this to aim a flame in there and actually hit both of the top bolts here and get them hot enough to loosen the red Loctite. And for the bottom bolt, there is a hole underneath that I can use, kind of like this, right, and hit the bolt from underneath for the big one, and that gets everything hot enough for me to easily remove them. The remnants of what you snip off when you first install them it provides enough counter torque to get these off. Once the red Loctite is hot, these spin right off. It's actually remarkably easy once it's hot enough. And if those aren't there or don't provide enough torque, there's plenty of torque just by jamming something in there right up against the bolt and kind of providing a little extra counter torque, and that'll loosen them up. So let's see if I can get a video of myself doing this. I'm just gonna show you where I put the flame, so because there's no way I'm gonna be able to do all of this while holding the camera. But get the torch going, and you can see, perhaps if we get this in here. That's good enough, right? The flame is directly hitting the first bolt. The second bolt's a little trickier. You can go in from the bottom hole, and as long as you don't put this in too far, right? See, the flame goes out if you do not. So if you keep the small holes on this side, you just kind of aim the flame, in the general direction of the other bolt. I have found that to be hot enough. Right, you can see it's a pretty long flame. Like right now, it's hitting the plate. Right, so we've got a pretty good reach with this, and that was really key for me to be able to accomplish my task here. So I'll be able to remove those 3 bolts and get this damaged base plate off much more simply. If you're going to even attempt anything with red Loctite, I was shocked at how much easier or just possible it is. I mean, the nut spins right off once this stuff is hot enough, so absolutely use that to your advantage.